Merry Christmas. This is Jonathan French Guitar, and today's tutorial is Ain't a Lonely Christmas Song by Tayla Parx. And before we get started, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, give us a like, and let us know in the comments what other content you'd like to see on this channel. Now, the chords that you're going to need are D sharp major 7, E diminished 7, F minor 7, and A sharp major. Now first, how we make our D sharp major 7. So we're going to take our first finger, we're going to put that on the 5th string on the 6th fret. Then we're going to take our 3rd finger and we're going to put that on the 4th string on the 8th fret. Our 2nd finger is going to go to the 3rd string on the 7th fret. And our 4th finger is going to go to the 2nd string on the 8th fret. Now, in this song, I'm gonna really take my first finger and I'm gonna bar. The way I'm gonna play it is I'm gonna take my first finger and I'm gonna bar from the 5th string to the 1st string on that 6th fret. Now I'm going to strum from the 5th string to the 1st string. And if you're playing it correctly, that's the way it sounds. So for our diminished chord, we're going to want to keep that same major 7 shape, but we're just going to take our 2nd finger and we're going to take it off the 3rd string and we're going to put it on the 5th string on the 7th fret. We're not going to move any of our other fingers, and we're just going to strum from the 5th string to the 1st string again. And that's the way it should sound if you're playing it correctly. Next, we're going to go to our F minor 7 chord. How we're going to make that is we're going to take our first finger and we're going to bar from the 5th string to the 1st string. Then we're going to take our 2nd finger and we're going to put that on the 2nd string on the 9th fret. And then our 3rd finger is going to go to the 4th string on the 10th fret. Then we're going to strum from the 5th string to the 1st string. And if you're playing it correctly, it should sound like that. Next, we have our A sharp major bar chord. So I'm taking my first finger and I'm barring from the 6th string to the 1st string. Then my 3rd finger, I'm going to the 5th string on the 8th fret. So once again, first finger is going to bar from the 6th string to the 1st string on the 6th fret. Then my 3rd finger is going to the 5th string on the 8th fret. My 4th finger is going to the 4th string, also on the 8th fret. And then my 2nd finger is going to the 3rd string on the 7th fret. I'm going to strum from the 6th string to the 1st string. And if it sounds like that, you're playing it correctly. Next, we're going to learn the line, the riff that we're going to play in this song. So what I have for you here today is a riff that's based off of what Tayla's singing in the song. Sounds kind of like. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on the 2nd string And I'm going to start with the first finger on the second string on the 8th fret. Then after you pick that, you're going to put your second finger on the 9th fret on the second string. So then with your pinky, you're going to play the 11th fret on the second string. So far we have. Then you go back to the 9th fret. And then you go back to the 8th fret on the second string. So I'm going to play that part slowly. And then you're going to play the 3rd string on the 8th fret. So. And it's just like that. So I'm going to play the first 2 lines of the riff slowly. So we have. And here's where it gets different. We're going to go to the 3rd string, and we're going to play the 8th fret and then the 10th fret on the 3rd string. So this is what it should sound like so far. So I'm going to play that a little bit slower. Okay, and then the next part is. So how I'm doing that is I'm going back to the 2nd string on the 8th fret. Sorry, I'm going, back to the 2nd string on the 8th fret, but starting on the 9th fret. You pick that twice. Then you pick the 8th fret. And then 9th fret again. Then 8th fret. So. So I'm going to start from the beginning again. And then it comes to the end of this first part of the riff. So you're just going to the 3rd string, and then you're going to pick the 7th fret on the 3rd string. Pick that once, and then you're going to pick the 8th fret on the 3rd string twice. Okay, so I'm going to play that whole first part of the riff. So the second part of that riff is played the same way, except there's one difference. So basically I'm just gonna give an example quick, and then I'm gonna break it down. So what I'm doing there is I go from the 8th to the 9th to the 11th fret as usual, and back down. But when we get back to that 11th fret the second time, we're going to slide up to the 13th fret on the second string, back down to the 11th fret, so once we get back down to the 11th fret, we're going to go to the 3rd string on the 8th fret and 10th fret. So sorry about that. We don't go straight to the 3rd string, so we after we slide up to the 13th fret. Yeah. So slide up to the 13th fret, back down to the 11th fret, and then go to the 3rd string on the 8th fret, and then go to the 2nd string, 8, 9, 11. So I'm going to give that example again. So I'm going to play it slowly. And then you end it the same way that you ended it before. If you need a little bit more practice with that one before you get it right, just click on the chapters and just click on breakdown of riff or riff breakdown. So now we can go back to the chords to get our strum patterns in. So the strum patterns for this should be fairly easy, is we're just going to strum each chord one time. So we start off with D sharp major 7, one strum, then E diminished 7, one strum, F minor 7, one strum, and then A sharp major, one strum. We're going to do that again. And all that should get you through the song. And as usual, remember, you don't have to play the riff exactly the way I'm playing it. I'm sure that in the example of us playing it in context, I might be playing it a little bit differently than what I showed you right here. That's all good as long as you're playing in time, that you're playing in tune, and that you're having fun with the song. And now we are going to play the chords and the riff in context.
I'm used to buying presents for myself, 'cause I ain't been in love with no one else. And I'm used to being at the family function, showing up like I am myself. I ain't used to this big house being a home. That's what I'm good at, being all alone. But this is different 'cause I got you. So no, this ain't a
that's our tutorial for the day. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did in fact enjoy this tutorial, please do not hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you, Merry Christmas, and have a great day.